Hello, and welcome to my Walking with a Camera. I have to admit something. Month of December, I kind of hit a creative wall. Not just in photography, but making videos. And, well, it isn't that I lost interest. December, the onset of winter, weather changes. We've gone from cold and snowy to wet and warm. Just kind of ground my bones and, well, needless to say, I didn't get out much, I didn't photograph much, and I didn't shoot much. So what do you do when you hit the wall? And that's what I've been trying to figure out. Usually in the past, what I've done is gone through old photographs that I've taken and looked at various genres that I've done. And this time, I'm looking at portraiture. This is a series of portraits I took over 2025 and a few in 2024. And one, going over your past work helps to show you where you've been and what you've done and how you've improved. Also, it can help to ignite that creative spark and give you inspiration or get you out of whatever rut you happen to be in. It's very true with creative people. It's something I've talked with friends of mine who also do creative endeavors, and they occasionally hit the wall too, or they just, it isn't that they've lost interest, it's just difficult to get enthusiastic. The truth of the matter is, there's really nothing wrong with that, because there are times you need a break from doing the things you do. In my case, it's photography, and yeah, sometimes a break is as good as a rest, because you have to sort of delve within yourself to look for new creative ideas or new inspirations, or just take a break. All of which is good. And the only time you'll run into a problem is when that becomes extended over long periods of time. And unfortunately, I have a couple of friends of mine who are really good photographers in their own right, and they've given it up. They hit that wall and never got it back. And okay, that does happen. I'm not going to say it's right or it's wrong, but it's a shame that they sort of lost that creative inspiration or creative spark. Now I know I'll get it back, and we'll go from there and find new things to shoot, new things to talk about. In this particular case, how to get out of that rut. That's a topic that I've hit many times, because creative people do get into ruts and set things aside. However, having said that, as I said, we're looking at portraits that I've taken over the years. Now, most of these portraits I've taken are at historic reenactments. But one of the things that I do as a portrait photographer is I shoot myself. Now, people might say, well, shooting constant selfies of yourself is sort of egotistical. And yeah, there's a degree of truth in that. But at the same time, in shooting myself, in different environments, outside, inside, different lighting sources, it teaches me how to shoot portraits. These are a couple of myself that I've done in the past. Different lighting conditions, different environments. And they've all taught me how to shoot better portraits. Now, one of the things I like to do is shoot candid portraits. I tend to be a little uncomfortable when I'm using my portable studio equipment. And I have enough equipment I can set up a small portable studio to shoot people in a more formal setting. It's not really something I've been really comfortable with. I can do it, I do enjoy it, but I prefer candid portraits where you're catching people at a particular moment in time. And usually I've done this at the historic reenactments I attend because I know everybody and they've gotten used to me wandering through the camp with my camera. They've gotten used to me at breakfast time and dinner time, catching them in conversation or talking or eating or just being themselves. And that's the other thing I find about portraiture. Trying to find the humanness or the human side that comes out in a person's face when they're not aware of the camera, they're not aware of me being there as a photographer. And I look at them and I see that, as Cartier-Bresson said, that decisive moment when I catch them, a particular look, a particular gaze, the way they are interacting with other people. So let's have a look and go find that inspiration. And January 2026, all that inspiration will go to help me get out of this rut. Anyway, let's have a look. So there you have some of the portraits I've taken over 2025, 2024. The historic reenactors that I shoot are friends of mine, and I enjoy their company immensely. I enjoy talking to them about the history they portray or just how their lives are going from day to day. It's all good, and it's all interesting. That's the one thing about a photographer. You catch those moments in time to make them interesting. Whether it's landscape or portraiture or street photography or whatever genre. And that's true about any creative endeavor, whatever you do from a creative side. Just remember, in your wanderings and explorings, just keep walking with a camera. Till next time, cheers.